Squad, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell from the title above, today I am doing a DIY on a halter top, and this is a completely new way of doing it. I'm so excited to show you guys, so let's get right into it. Okay, so for this DIY you will need a couple things. You will need scissors, a ruler, a pencil, and a t-shirt that you no longer use that you would love to turn into a halter top. Honestly, I always give the advice of choosing a t-shirt that has a really cool pattern so that your halter top looks really cool as well. So let's get started. Okay, so you have your t-shirt all laid out, and so what you're gonna do now is just, you're trying to create a line. You're gonna use your ruler. You're trying to create a line that will go from the collar of your shirt to like under, a bit under your armpit, okay? Because this is basically showing how much room you're gonna have for your arms, and then you could just draw a line. I'm using a pencil just because I don't want it to ruin the shirt. I don't want anything that like will stain it. A pencil allows me to kind of like just erase it after. You can use whatever you like, but I'm gonna use a pencil, and you can still see the crossing. So yeah, so you're just gonna make it like you're gonna use your ruler. So you just literally make a line like that all the way to the edge of there. Okay, you're gonna do the same thing onto the other side. So just same thing from the collar of the shirt to like the side. And then you're just gonna draw. Okay, so now that we have drawn out the lines where we want to cut, we're just gonna go ahead and cut. Use your scissors, and we're just gonna go ahead and cut. So this is definitely the most crucial part. You want to make sure you have some sharp scissors and that you are cutting in a good way. You're not like cutting like diagonally or anything. Just cut a nice straight line. So let's go ahead and cut the lining. Okay, so we have one side done. You're just gonna go for the other side. So after cutting both sleeves off, you can actually go in with your scissors again to make sure the lining is good. If you have any like loose ends or like any like rigid ends, you could just cut it off and make it a little bit more perfect. I like how mine looks right now, so I'm just gonna leave it. So the next step that we're going to do, we're just gonna flip our shirt over. Okay. So I highly suggest, this is more of a loose shirt, but I do suggest you getting a tighter shirt. It will work better, but we're going to go through it there with this shirt. So the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to be cutting the this area right here. We're leaving kind of like an inch space, kind of like in an inch, just because that will be the strap for the neck for the halter top. Okay, so this is a very important part, so make sure you can measure it and then create a lining like just like around it like that. I'm pretty good with eyeballing it, but we're just gonna cut this part. So this part will be loose now. Okay, so I will just go in there and just show you guys how I'm gonna cut that. So make sure you don't cut through the collar of the shirt because it will just ruin everything. Just make sure you're cutting like around it, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do. So kind of like an inch. This is kind of like an inch, and you're gonna keep that consistency throughout. Okay, you guys can see that I cut the strap off. It's not perfect. My scissors are not as great as I thought, but as you guys can see, it's just like that. So I just cut that piece off, and then there's this material that's left. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys what we're gonna do with this material. So basically, you're gonna find exactly where like the armpit will end, that area. We're gonna cut off this whole access piece, like this whole thing. It's gonna just, you can even make a line if you're not good with lines. My shirt is striped, so it's actually very easy to see, but I'm just literally gonna be cutting like that. Okay, so right where the armpit area is, so that this whole part is gone, because it is a halter top, so we need the back to be exposed. So I'm just gonna go in with my scissors, and I can already see my line where I'm gonna cut it. I'm actually gonna go with the lower area here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut through. So make sure you're only cutting the back of the shirt, okay? Okay, so I cut the whole excess piece, like this was here, and I also took this off right here. But yeah, so obviously your back as a halter has to be exposed, so this whole back is cut off and you're just left with this piece at the bottom here. So with this piece at the bottom here, we're actually gonna just cut it into triangle pieces. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by that. So you're just gonna grab like I cut off like a triangle piece. This will really help you, and I made sure it's obviously like the same length. And so basically the whole concept of this is that we're going to imitate this triangle. We're gonna cut off a triangle this way and then a triangle that way. And so what that will do is that when we cut it and you put it on, you can tie it at the back of your shirt tight towards your body so that it fits properly. So you guys see these triangles, so we're just gonna cut along, we're gonna follow that, okay? So this is really a guide just to help you. If you feel like you can freehand it, then go ahead and do that. I did this because I know I need the extra help to do that. So I'm just gonna cut with this as my guide. So just grab your scissors and you're gonna start from the corner here. You can even like draw it out if it helps a little bit more, like that. Okay, I like to still have it like with me, so I have like this good guide. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just like cut. Okay, so you guys can see I cut out my triangles. It's not perfect, but obviously, you know, you try your best. It does not really matter for it to be like a perfect cut, as long as it is in this shape. As you guys can see, it's like that. Triangle there and then triangle there, okay? So just try your best to do that, okay? And then we're almost done. So the next thing that you're just going to do is you're going to take your strap that is up there. You're just going to cut it right in the middle. Make sure it is centered. So just cut it right in the middle like that, because that's why you're going to be tying the back of your shirt with, just like that, okay? And that is basically it. Now you have your halter top from t-shirt to halter. I'm just going to try it on so you guys can see the final product. So this is the halter top tried on. It looks like this. It came out really cute, guys. I really like it. Very simple, very easy. If you have edges that you don't like, what I did, I just kind of like just tucked it in. As you guys can see, like this area, like it wasn't perfect. So what you do, you just like slightly tuck it in, just like that. And then it looks nice and clean. But yeah, so I thought it was really easy and fun. I hope it works out for you guys. I would love to see in the comments what you guys thought of it, if you tried it or not. But thank you so much, DBRIGHT Squad, for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.